Last time on Pantheon City.
Hi, so I'm going to be playing Lucian Vandyke.
Hi, I will be playing Tristan Emrys, a grave cleric.
I am Larbb.
Her name for Liz Lavigne.
My name is Erwin Truemask.
Hi everybody, I'm Andromeda, I'm Andy.
Rex Aureum goes to make his next statement, and then suddenly there's a crashing of glass. I would like everybody here to roll initiative. Hello everybody, welcome back to Pantheon City! Joining us today, our humble heroes are entering their very first combat here up against a horde of skeletons that have suddenly crashed out of a near-side story. I am your dungeon master, Joan Klock. Joining me around the table here, we can see Trevor Perry as Tristan Emrys, Chris White as Erwin Truemask, Rowell-Sanchez as Lucian Vandyke, Clayton McNinch as Andromeda, Grace Kohler as Dr. Juniper Lavigne, and Jarid Castiglione as Larbb. We have a grand battle today in store for everybody, so we're just going to move right into that battlefield here as we transport ourselves into Pantheon City, where chaos has broken out in the streets. We can show off this battle map to everybody. All the players can now see. What do you guys think of this new map?
This is awesome.
This is a lot of people.
This must have taken a while.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
That you got a subscription.
Alright, this is
Now that we're on to the map, we're going to start straight into initiative. And I have bad news for you guys.
Yeah, what the heck?
This big fella over here rolled a nat 20 on initiative. So he's going to go first. And I know exactly who his target is. So here we go. It is his first turn. All right.
By the way, Joan, how are people reacting to the appearance of these monsters?
Oh, they're horrified. People are screaming. There's like a push and pressure to try and get as far away from these monsters as they can as soon as possible. It's utter bedlam around you. Or rather, it's utter bedlam around the three folks who are trapped in the middle of the crowd. Sky is going to go...
Oh, look at Rex.
Immediately. Oh my god, okay.
oh my gosh, I don't like that sound.
So Rex is standing before the people and saying, "Citizens, don't worry, I'm sure this can be dealt with." He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a wad of $20 bills. "Even the most fearsome monsters, I'm sure, can be reasoned with."
Oh my gosh.
The mighty Minotaur skeleton lowers its head and charges at Rex. Basically stepping up the stage so large it doesn't even need to use the stairs to get up there. Charges head first into trying to get him. Rex lets out a very manly, I'm sure, scream as he leaps out of the way and manages to avoid being impaled by the horns of this beast. As it lifts its head back up, roars in his face, wielding a giant great axe. The good news is, that's the end of its turn. Okay. And next in the initiative order is going to be Larbb.
Alright. Oh gosh. What, guys, what's happening? What are these things? I have no idea. That guy looks in trouble. Shoot.
And he owes me money. Go save him.
All right. I think I could do something like that. Larbb starts kind of swirling his hands around. You see, like, grime and dirt kind of swell up, start to smoke as he casts Fog Cloud, obscuring this fine, well-dressed gentleman in a 20-foot radius around him. He'll be at the edge.
He'll be at the edge of it. All right, where is this area covering?
It's going to cover, let's see, it's 20 feet radius, so from him back closer towards the van that we're at. So he'll be at like the forward edge of the circle.
Yeah, good call. So the Minotaur's still out of it?
Yeah, the Minotaur will be out of it. He's just staring at this giant fog cloud now.
Okay, 20 feet, that's 4 squares. 4 by 4. So something like this.
Perfect.
All right. Larbb raises his hands into the air, and you can feel the power of nature surging through you. Droplets leap up into the air in shapes like fish, splashing against each other to create this big cloud of mist and fog that obscures the area. Hey, it's awfully wet in here.
Now I get to have some fun. And you see Larbb kind of start action for the spell, but as a bonus action I can shapeshift, and he starts configuring and combobulating bones crick and crack as muscle disconnects and reconnects in different sinuous form, and he drops to all fours and turns into a direwolf before these three's eyes and moves forward. Let's see how far I want to move. I want to get like catty cornered with this man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. I can move a total of 50, so we're good. I'm going to get right here, right next to the podium.
Fantastic.
And I will stand my ground.
I put a little mark on you just to make sure that you can tell that you're wild shaped, and you're going to stand there right next to the podium in the form of a direwolf. Rex has no idea where you are. He's just kind of like, he hears something moving through the mist, and you hear him go, "Huh, what was that?"
And I'll kind of keep my ears up with my keen sense.
Okay. That's
Can we no longer see him
bonus.
as soon as he enters the mist?
I believe the mist is obscuring, yes, isn't it? I don't have the spell myself up.
Yeah, heavily obscured.
Okay, yeah, you can't see Larbb and Rex. So this hairy like homeless guy, all covered in muck, transforms into the wildest looking dog, shaggy and mucky, that you've ever seen, and bounce off into this fog cloud that suddenly appeared up on the stage.
And that will be my turn.
That will be your turn. All right. Skeletons. Here we go. Skeletons start moving towards the only thing they can see.
Uh-oh.
Yo, that lady's in danger, guys. We gotta
That's
save
not
her.
good. That's not good at all.
And through the open doors and craft windows, you see
I don't like the look of that.
It's a lot of skeletons.
That is a lot of
Alright.
That's a fair
skeletons.
amount.
Don't worry, guys. Just like Skyrim, one hit, they're dead. This is like Skyrim, right, guys?
Joan, something about the turn order. I believe Grace is first before me. She has a higher dex than me.
Yes, that is true. There we go. Just had to adjust it. Roll20 auto calculate stuff, so
I got you. No, I was just making sure.
What the heck?
All right. Anyway, which reminds me that needs to change the dex order too. That's it for the skeletons. Next up, Lucian Vandyke. You are surrounded by a crowd of people who are now panicking even louder as the skeletons start racing towards the crowd.
Okay, I have 2 questions. First, how tall are the barriers around the crowd?
The barriers are about, I'd say they're about 3 feet high. So for most of these adults, they're about up to waist level.
Got it. And my second question is the microphone still on the podium?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna use my action to my third question, is there movement negation going through the crowd? Like, am I slowed going through the crowd of people, or can I just run normally through them?
I'm going to say that you can try to make an athletics or acrobatics check to try and get through the crowd. We're going to call this a DC 10, since they're kind of like, everybody's rushing for their life.
5, 10, 15,
Give us
20,
a roll.
25, 30. Okay, cool. That is a 10 on the dot.
10 barely makes it. Alright, so you can move through this crowd without being slowed here.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna try to go, like, there, which is exactly 30 feet on the diagonal.
You climb up, you clamber underneath the barricades up onto the stage, up next to the partially obscured podium up there with a microphone on it. There's a terrifying Minotaur skeleton staring you down.
And I'm going to grab the microphone, and I want to try to tell the crowd to evacuate south. Because they're all panicked, right? And, like, the crowd's kind of, like, swarming on itself, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Would that be perception or persuasion?
That would... Yeah, we're going to call it a persuasion check with disadvantage because they are in a panic right now.
Okay. All right. That is a 14 with disadvantage.
14, I'm going to say does it.
Great.
So,
everyone... Tapping the microphone. Evacuate to the south! There's lots of skeletons! You probably want to avoid them! And, swarming is a bad idea!
All the people, start looking around each other. What's that kid doing up there? Isn't that really dangerous? Yeah. Well, he's right about the danger. I mean, he's just thrown himself into danger. We should probably remove ourselves from danger, too. Yeah, right, okay. People start calming down. And they will start evacuating to the south on their turn. That was your movement.
Yeah.
I'm also going to say that was either your bonus action or your action for that persuasion check.
Okay, if that's my action, I'm going to use my bonus action to dash away.
You're going to take an attack of opportunity if you take a dash action.
I will happily take that instead of sitting in front of 7 skeletons.
Okay, good luck.
Yep. Okay,
so
I'm gonna use one of my divination rolls, and you got a 7.
Ooh.
What is Lucian's armor class?
Oh
12.
no! I tried.
Lucian's armor class is a 12. 7 plus bonuses. Give me a moment. I'm not great at math. That's still going to be a hit.
Ah,
That is still going
I
to
had
be a hit.
it was either 7 or 14, man.
You
that's all good.
could have waited until after he rolled and then tried to replace it.
That is true. It wouldn't have mattered anyways, probably.
Probably wouldn't have mattered. He's
Maybe.
got a pretty good
Who
to hit bonus, and Lucian's kind of
He
squishy.
might have rolled
so
a 1.
It's possible.
I don't know.
It's possible.
2 1s? 2 1s?
1, 2, 3.
Oh
4,
dear
5,
Lord,
6.
what has this child done?
I'm gonna get smacked.
What's your health?
17.
Okay.
That's gonna
I'm
be
tiny.
as you try to flee the scene, the Minotaur swings with his mighty axe. You take 13 points of slashing damage as he swings at your back. Are you still conscious?
I am still conscious. I got 4
Okay.
HP. I
Cool,
did my
you've got
civic
4
duty
hit
of
points.
making everyone run.
And you
Yikes!
get 4 hit points and you get out. You get the heck out.
Joan, does that constitute as a creature making an attack against another target within 5 feet of me?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
You're obscured, though.
Yeah.
That is true.
I will take this opportunity.
Oh wait! You're a dire wolf right now.
Yes.
You were specifically listening out for stuff, so I'm gonna allow it.
Exactly.
The attack will still
Okay.
be with disadvantage though, due to the fog.
Okay, that's fine. Then I will see that there's a tasty big bone right near me, trying to chop this poor little kid in front of me.
Not
And I
trying,
will
succeeding.
lunge at it, of course. Yeah, very, very much succeeding, actually. We'll roll 2 of these, the lower of the 2. Well,
It's 3.
it's a 2. So
lower.
it's a 7. Does a 7 hit?
A 7 is not going to hit. It was
I
a
don't know how I
valiant
rolled a 2 and a
effort.
3,
That's
but
rough.
dang, that's impressive.
Very valiant effort. I applaud you. Anything else for Lucian?
Lucian's just gonna say, "Ow! Ow!" and just like painfully like huddle and like be aware of something that might like try to
Oh
jump in.
my god, kid, did you just get gored on your way by? What were you doing up there?
What? Well, you see, the crowd's gonna start running away now. I prevented confusion and chaos at the risk of my own life. A lot of it, in fact.
Yeah, sure seems like it.
Ow!
It was a valiant effort, kid.
Ew, yeah.
Hey, don't I know you?
My turn. Oh yeah! You deal with the bodies.
Oh yeah, you asked all those questions the other day. Talk later.
Yep.
Tristan, it
Talk
is
later,
now
but now.
your turn.
So seeing this child who's mutilated somewhat, I'm probably going to start my turn with a healing word on him. And because he is below half health, assumably, because of my feature, it's going to do maximum healing, so he'll get +8 to his HP.
Oh, thank.
That's a huge
So-
heal.
So,
For those of you keeping track at home, normally Grave Clerics, I believe it only works like that on downed allies. We decided we were going to buff it just a little bit because he's the only healer among 6 players. We want to make sure that everybody has a chance to make it out alive. So everybody don't let Tristan die.
Copy that.
So that's
Just don't
healing
forget
word.
Tristan.
That's a bonus action with the passive effect.
and I am going to, my second action, I haven't really used 2 bonus actions simultaneously. I was just going to cast Spiritual Weapon. I believe that would just count as a main action. Is that correct?
Yeah, just casting Spiritual Weapon is an action. And then the bonus action is to wield it, I guess. So,
It looks like... I'll just put it in chat. I'm show spell description. One bonus action is the casting time, technically.
I don't
apparently.
have a token for that. What kind of weapon?
I'll get you a scythe. So as soon as I cast it, up from the ground springs a spiritual scythe in front of me, and I'll grasp it. And then I will make a move towards the side of the... I guess I'm just going to enter the fog. Each of these are 5 feet, right?
Yeah, each square is 5 feet. Believe you have 30 feet of movement.
I'll come up over here. I'll basically bump into Larbb here. Be like, hey, where's the threat?
Like,
What was
do the whole dog pointing thing with my nose, like, it's over there.
Like Scooby-Doo, like, doink!
It's really hard to see all this in the fog. Like, yeah, you two are next to each other, but like, there's a lot of clouds. Actually, you are kind of like off the stage, between the stage itself and the barrier there on the ground. So Larbb is actually about eye level with you.
Okay. Right. So I don't think there's any. I can't see any enemies because I'm in the fog. Can I see outside of it?
It's a little difficult, but yes, you can see the crowd to the south.
Okay. Right. Well, no one's within range of me. I think I'm just going to end my turn there.
All right. Let's see. Rex Aureum. Well, I don't think money is going to be dealing with this problem for once. On the other hand, hello there, people. I don't suppose you would be willing to provide some bodyguarding services temporarily while mine are indisposed?
Who is he talking to? The dog?
He knows there's like footsteps around him. Oh, there's a dog. Hello. Are you some sort of beastmaster out there? Is this your dog? I like dogs.
Yeah, that's my dog. Yeah, that's my dog.
Wonderful.
We've come to protect the people, not necessarily you and to say, but the people.
Well, I am the people, and I will pay you handsomely if you keep me alive.
Oh.
Hey, Mr. Aureum. It's Andy. Come towards my voice.
Ah, yes, perfect. He's going to use his action to disengage from the combat, so he doesn't take an attack of opportunity. He is going to very quickly make a little acrobatic save, which he passes, so he doesn't faceplant when he gets off the stage. And he exits from the fog and sees Andy. Oh, thank goodness! What's your name again?
I'm Andy. I'm Andromeda Andy. Listen, I think I'm going to need those fistfuls of cash. Just for a second, if you wouldn't mind.
If I may, this may not be the time to extract dollars.
No, I promise it's for a good cause.
I will give you half now, and I'll give you half after the problem is dealt with. With
Sounds
promise
good.
of more jobs after.
Ooh.
Splendiferous! Please deal with the problem for me. And he hands you a nice old wad of cash. And that
Awesome.
is where he will end his turn because he is out of movement. It is, however, your turn.
All right. So I am going to take the fistful of cash and run, dropping the dollar bills as I move towards the exit down here. Let me see. How much movement do I have? So I start here, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can get here. And I'm just like waving the money. And I say, come get it! And let me see. can I see the Minotaur from here?
Let's see. I'm gonna double check my own notes. It's a little bit obscured by the fog, but it's a pretty big creature, so yes, I'm gonna say that you can in fact see the Minotaur from here.
Awesome. Okay, so I am going to use my bonus action to cast Hex on it. So I'm going to send that. What that does is it gives me some extra damage, and also I pick an ability score, and it has disadvantage on checks with that ability score. I think that I am going to pick Dexterity.
Dexterity? Ooh, interesting choice. We'll just have to keep that in mind. I'm just
you know what? Actually, I'm going to go with Wisdom.
Ooh, that's good.
Alright. Very interesting choice.
I actually like that.
Same.
Okay. That was your action? No, bonus action, wasn't it?
Yep. And then as I guess just as my action, I will summon my blade into my hand. Yeah.
Sure, I'm just going to draw a little trail of dollar bills leading up to you. And yeah, you summon Achimiros to your hand, preparing to wield it here in combat. And with that, that's the end of your turn. Dr. Juniper Lavigne. You are surrounded in a crowd.
So, being surrounded in a crowd and knowing I am not, the best for hand-to-hand combat, and after hearing Lucian scream, Juniper is going to shout, "Lucian!" And not wanting to get entirely close, would she have seen where the skeletons had originally come out from?
Yes, and she can see even more of them still coming up from it now. They're coming out from this building over here, where you can see shattered windows and an open door leading into a building.
Well, what she's going to do is she's going to go ahead and cast Shatter about right here.
Oh, do you have the range for that?
Okay, those are all 5. Are those all 5 or 10 feet?
5 or 10 feet within range of each other, or within range of the point you selected?
Oh, let's see here. Well, the range for Shatter is 60 feet, and it is every creature within a 10-foot sphere.
60 feet, so you can definitely reach. And every creature within a 10-foot sphere. So, yeah, you can definitely hit all of them.
Nice.
Not quite enough to hit the big guy, but...
big damage.
That was a good choice.
Alright, I assume they're making some kind of dexterity save, yes?
Let's see here. Yes, they should be making a dexterity save.
Okay.
Actually, no, con save, sorry.
Constitution, okay.
Yes. I apologize for not correcting you sooner.
Alright, what's your spell save DC?
That would be a 13.
13, alright. We have 6 of them to go through. First one passes. Second one passes. Third one fails. Fourth one fails. Fifth one passes. Sixth one passes.
Okay.
All right.
So with a 5, 5, and a 4 on the dice, the ones that passed are going to take 7 points of damage, and the ones that failed are going to take 14 points of damage as this high-pitched sound rings out, sort of shattering the windows even more than it already is, as she sort of screams, "Lucian, run!"
As your desperate cry for help rings out, your mark also glows along, infusing your shout with magic. The high-pitched war magic instantly powders two of the skeletons and significantly damages the others within the radius. My goodness.
Incredible.
Yeah, snaps, applause. Come on.
Very well cast. Had they been intelligent enemies, they probably would have avoided grouping up like that, but they're skeletons, so. I'm surprised that as many of them survived as they did. Alright. That was your action. You still have a bonus action and your movement.
So yeah, for my bonus action, I'm not going to use a bonus action at the moment, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably attempt to get a bit closer. So move about right here, if possible.
Yeah, that's possible. Even with the even with the rough terrain that the people are creating.
Yeah. And that would end my turn.
Okay. Erwin Truemask.
Hey, that's me. Okay. So I'd also like to roll to go through the crowd easier. So what would that be? Athletics?
Acrobatics or athletics. I'll count it as your as either your action or your bonus action. I'll let you do either.
It can't be my movement to roll?
No, your movement is going to be used to move forward. Your movement is what is allowing you to move. So you're going to use another action to force your way through the crowd. You could also just take the slowed movement if you wanted.
And that's so it would be to move. I would have to move 10 feet, correct, to go through the crowd, through one square.
Yeah, basically. Every square costs double movement to move through, and you can't end in a square that somebody else.
Actually, yeah, well, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go 1, 2. I'm gonna go there, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. On myself, just to kind of see, and I'm gonna try to see if I can't detect any magic on this Minotaur.
Okay.
Anything special?
Can you drop that spell in the chat real quick so we can have a look at how that spell works?
Yeah. Here, detect magic. It is a ritual, but I have it prepared.
So that is everything within 30 feet of you. Minotaurs within 30 feet.
Hey, is the Minotaur magical?
I don't know. I'm checking.
Calculating.
Calculating.
I am going to say that yes, the Minotaur is magic. It is technically a product of necromancy.
Okay. I'm gonna yell to all the people who are fighting currently. I'm gonna be like, guys, it's some form of necromancy. So there's probably some sort of source. As long as we take out the source, we can take everything out. And then I still have a bonus action. I don't think I can do anything else. Just gonna check. No, yeah, Aaron Truemask can't do anything. And do I have Gazu on my shoulder?
Yeah, he's just hanging out with you.
Okay, awesome. Can Gazu stay concentrated on detect magic? Correct.
Yes, but you can't concentrate on multiple spells at once. But I believe you can
Okay,
pass
yeah.
the concentration over to him.
Okay, I'm gonna pass the concentration to Gazu, so he can keep this up as I walk around. And then I will go ahead and end my turn.
Okay. Saren, who has been watching this whole thing go down, and is more than a little terrified, wanders over to his boss. Boss, we need to get out of here. Nonsense! We've got bodyguards now. Everything will be perfectly fine. Sir, we could be killed. Oh, I'm sure everything will be fine. What could possibly go wrong? Next up, the crowd. We're gonna treat them as being slowed. So they're gonna move at a slow movement speed. 1, 2, 3.
I tried to get them to speed up with the money.
You got them moving. Come to think of it, did they see the money?
I mean, I was waving and yelling.
I was still waiting for the senator's reaction to the money being taken from him and subsequently dropped on the ground.
You know what? Give me a persuasion check.
All right, here we go.
Come on.
That is going to be a 17.
17. Some of the crowd looks over, and one guy points and yells, "Hey, look! That person's dropping free money!" And yeah, the crowd starts booking it. I need Juniper and Erwin, who are still within the crowd, to make me strength saving throws.
Oh no!
Oh, strength saving throws.
Oh, the
saving
two
throws.
wizards! Oh no!
Oh boy!
I have a -1 to this.
That is a solid 8.
Alright, here we go. I'm dropping my dice.
It's not even strong enough to hold his own dice.
So Aaron got a nat 1.
Which is a 0 because of your minus.
Wait, take the 14. Take the 14.
I'm not. No.
No.
I accept my punishment.
All right. As the crowd starts stampeding towards this money that's been dropped by Andromeda on the other side of the barricade, the two of you are caught up in the crowd and tripped. Dr. Lavigne, you fall over and are now prone. But you're on the edge of the crowd, so you're pretty okay. Erwin, you still got someone moving in your direction, so not only do you fall prone, but you're also going to get trampled a little bit for only 2 points of damage.
Okay. Oh man.
Lucian tried to avoid the stampede.
Right, we're putting the dice tower away. Dice tower's going away.
Does that threaten concentration too, or no?
No, because he transferred it to
Okay.
Gazu, and Gazu is safe on his shoulder.
Safe move.
So good play there.
Oh, thank gosh. Wait, does that actually interrupt concentration? Me getting prone?
You taking damage?
No, it does
No,
not.
you're good.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And that's the end of the turn for the crowd. And now I've got a little something else I gotta take care of.
Oh no!
Big boy.
There's. I think there's someone in that building. So, like I said, this is a form of necromancy. So I think if we just take care of the source, we can take care of all the skeletons at once.
Who wants to go into the building full of skeletons, though?
I think we got to take care of the big guy first, and then we can go. But that's just a prediction.
Get off the ground first, and then
Yeah, I gotta get off the ground. Clayton, what are you again? What's your class?
I'm playing a warlock.
Warlock. Okay. Wisdom. Okay.
He's
Yeah,
playing
disadvantage
a
on wisdom
beast,
saving
actually.
throws.
Okay. The Minotaur cannot see where his target went, which means he has two options here. He is going to try to pursue his target into the mist.
Sicky.
So he has no idea where he is going. And Larbb already used his reaction.
True.
So the Minotaur is going to make a perception check to see if he can find Rex, who is right in front of him, but there's a mist obscuring him, so he will make it with disadvantage. And like it's whipping its head around. It's whipping its head around inside the fog, trying to figure out like where in the world Rex is. You can actually see just the tips of its horns like poking above the fog, looking around, trying to figure it out, but it doesn't appear to have realized that Rex is right there in front of it.
Hey, Joan.
Making winds of 10 miles an hour or higher?
Yeah?
Does the Minotaur see the edge of the stage there?
That is a good point. I don't think it does. So it is going to make an dexterity saving throw to keep itself from tripping off the edge. Wait, it has disadvantage. It has disadvantage. No, never mind. You said on wisdom.
Only on
It's
wisdom.
on wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's wisdom.
It is going to succeed then in that case. It manages to put a hoof down and keep itself from tripping off the edge of the uneven terrain. And with that, its turn is over. Larbb, you heard this thing go lumbering past you in the fog.
Does it stink because it's like decrepit and old and stuff?
Yeah, I mean it smells like old bones, old cow bones.
Using my keen sense of smell, I'm gonna sniff him out and go for an attack. The mighty bite attack.
All right, so you can definitely find him, but still going to make that attack with disadvantage.
Fair enough. Does a 11 hit?
That's a good question. I need to keep this up so I can reference it very quickly. No, an 11 does not hit.
That'll be my turn. Sorry, I moved here to do this as well.
Cool.
I moved closer to the Minotaur to fail attacking him.
Oh well.
Or them.
Next up is the skeletons. Let's see. How best to handle this? So these skeletons over here, I'm going to start moving towards Dr. Lavigne.
Oh, no.
And this one is going to attack.
And I'm going to use my reaction to cast shield.
What
If I
does
can do
that put your, you can. What does that put your armor class up to?
I believe that, let's see here. Yeah, it has +5, so that would put my AC at 17.
Okay, I'm gonna level with you. It has a +4 to attack, and it just rolled a natural 20.
Okay, yeah, so I'm
Dang.
screwed.
So this is going to be a hit, and it's going to be a critical one.
Oh, great!
This is probably going to hurt, yes. Here we go. We double our results. We've got, so that's... Alright, the skeleton reaches into its torso and pulls out a rusty short sword that was lodged within its ribs, and lashes out to stab Juniper with it. Juniper, you try to throw up a shield in time, but you leave a weakness in a gap within it, and it manages to get the sword through. You're gonna take 10 points of piercing damage as it punctures through your shield.
Do you have like Misty Step?
Wait a minute. Oh no, never mind. That wouldn't have mattered. You're prone right now, so it would have gotten advantage, but that doesn't matter. It rolled a critical against you anyway.
You also take 1 point of tetanus damage because it's rusty too.
No, I'm not that mean. These are basic skeletons.
Oh, okay. Rolling nat 20s and stuff.
It's just, hey, I don't control the dice. I control literally everything but the dice. Here comes the second one. I'm really sorry about this, but you do have that shield up, so you got 17 AC. They've got a good chance. They've only got a +4. It wasn't a nat 20. That's
good.
It's a 19, so that's a total of 24.
When she's hit a second time, does she scream or anything that I would hear it nearby?
Yes!
Okay.
Probably. This is a very
Alright.
painful process, having a sword lodged in your ribs.
So I believe those skeletons are within 30 feet of me. Can I also detect magic on them, or would it just be the same thing as the...
Your detect magic is a radius around you, so you can just generally see and generally tell what type of magic. If you want to know more, it would be an Arcana check. But yes, they are definitely
Okay.
They're skeletons. They're made of necromantic magic.
Okay.
That has seeped into old corpses. So you are going to take another 4 points of damage. Are you still up?
Yes, I am still up somehow.
Still up. That's good. Progress.
Incredible.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, this guy.
We're at a solid 3 points? Is that solid 3 points right there?
Poggers.
His movement to climb
Let's
up
go.
the stage here. Another skeleton hops out of the windows. And another one.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
And behind you, you hear a shattering of glass as another bony figure steps out into the street.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Well,
I think we gotta kill
Guess
the
the
big
money
guy.
plan
That's
wasn't
just
great.
my prediction.
I'm trying. Well, I'm trying.
Well, you put up the fog wall, so we can't hit him right now. Successfully.
Yes, but he can't hit other things as well.
And then as soon
Lucian,
as he
you
leaves
are
that fog,
a very delicate boy who is being pursued by a terrifying monster, and you just heard shattering glass on the other side of the truck you're on, in front of.
If I look under the truck, how many pairs of skeletal feet do I see?
You can see at least 3 pairs of skeletal feet moving your direction.
Oh god, okay.
Motion. Dry feet.
Solution to the to Rex is Rex. I like snap my fingers.
How can I help you?
We're going that way. As your bodyguard, I'm saying that we're gonna go this way, and I point south.
Point south? Okay. Alright, lead the way, bodyguard. I trust you with my life.
Sure, yes. I'm gonna grab.
You're awfully small and young for a bodyguard, aren't you?
Don't think about it. I'm gonna from my bag. I'm gonna inside my vest. I pull out a bag of ball bearings. I'm gonna huck them to where the Minotaur is. So like,
like to where you see the horns sticking out.
So I want to put them here.
Okay.
It's a 10-foot square.
That area is now covered in ball bearings. So
and I say, okay, we're going now.
You hear a few of them like scatter against the stage, and a couple of them knock against the Minotaur itself, and it kind of turns its head.
And then I want to use my bonus action to dash. And can I grab Rex by the arm and drag him with me?
I'm going to count that as slowed movement, since you're pulling someone else's weight along with you, and he can only kind of follow.
So that.
But since you have the dash, you can go your full movement.
Yep. So I'm gonna drag me and him 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Is Rex picking up the money as he?
Yeah. He reaches down one hand and just kind of casually picks up the dollar. He's like, "Oh, $20. Ooh, $20. Ooh, $20. Ooh, $20.
We have more important things to do than worry about the money on the ground.
There's nothing more important than money."
I have many disagreements with that.
He says, leaving his secretary behind.
Hello, sir. Poor guy.
Sir?
I'll go get Saren.
Tristan.
So, hearing the scream from Lavigne, I am going to exit the fog and look for the source. And what do I see, over her?
You see a woman in a dark jacket, 2 skeletons over her, more heading in her direction, prone on the ground, a magical shield barely maintained, keeping her alive.
I'm going to, using my bonus action, will my my spiritual weapon over to be on top of her location and then attack this one.
Cool. I still don't have a spiritual weapon token for you.
That's okay, we'll just make believe where it is.
It's okay, we know where it is.
You can draw it.
We know
you can
where
draw
it
it if
is.
you want.
Draw a little scythe.
So it's a 16 to hit.
Here's our little freehand scythe.
I like it.
It'll work. It'll work.
I was imagining it was
good, actually.
goldish color, but this works too.
Goldish. We can do gold. We can do gold. I could do whatever color I want. I'm the dungeon master. I can do whatever I want. Nobody
I have
can
all
stop
the power here.
I have all the power. Your lives are in my hands.
Oh gosh.
And I'm gonna make you do cool stuff. It's number 7, I guess now. Whatever.
Alright.
I'm the master of fate, not the master of art.
Alright.
So
I'm gonna throw this number 7 at this one here.
and you said
Get
that
back,
was
you
17 to hit?
abomination. Yeah, 16.
16. 16 is a hit. Roll damage.
Oh fudge. I think I had to click this. Nope, that's not it. I think it's a D8. I'm just gonna manually roll a D8.
No. You click on the the name of the spiritual weapon, and that should do the attack roll for you.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
Or
Neat.
that does the damage. There you go.
It's 6 force, isn't that?
6. Yeah.
Basically,
All right. Your eye, the mark in your eye glows with a golden light as you hurl this this bladed weapon, the signature of your father, across the battlefield. It jams into the skeleton over here. What is that? 6 points of damage. The holy spiritual magic bites into its body and it immediately reduces to dust.
Yes. Awesome.
I am going to use my movement. Oh, sorry, was someone say something?
nothing important, no.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna move up to her and look down at her, and noticing who it is, I'll say, Professor Lavigne, are you all right?
Well, I'm not with the fallen ones, so close enough. Thank you.
Hopefully this will help. I say as like another skeleton standing right next to her. And I'm going to cast another healing word, and because of my feature, it's going to just heal 8 damage for you.
Thank you. That brings me to a whole 11 points.
Hey, it's better than 3.
Oh yeah, no, which I'm grateful.
Let's see.
Way more than half.
5, 10.
It's better than
more than
0.
half.
That's the important
I'm
thing.
going to use my remaining movement to put myself right next to the skeleton and end my turn there.
All right. Rex. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that he basically spent his action picking up all these little dollar bills over here on his way after. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. No deleting, Rex. That's bad. Roll 20. Bad. Have to wait until after you kill him.
Yeah, he vanishes from combat.
Yeah, so he's got a wad of dollar bills up again, and he's counting through them as he walks along behind you. He's in a pretty good mood.
He's like counting it with one hand while getting dragged with the other arm.
As he has
$20?
magically removed
$40?
himself from initiative. We're just gonna add him right back in there because I accidentally deleted him earlier. And then we're gonna get right back onto it. Actually, yeah, at the bottom is where he should be right now because he just finished his turn. Andromeda.
All right. I am going to run back up the path that I just ran. I'm going to... Let me see here. Actually, I'm going to change my path a little bit because I want to go 35 to there.
Reminder that those barriers are still there. It is going to take either some movement or roll on your part in order to get over those.
Okay, I do have Mirthful Leap, I believe it's called, where I add a D8 to my jump height. So I can bound over those hurdles pretty easily. But I can make a roll too. Which
no, I mean,
what kind of roll
if you have the jump height to get over those with Mirthful Leap, is it just an automatic on every single jump?
Yeah, it's supposed to D8 on every jump.
All right. Well, I guess you're gonna have to make 2 jumps. The second one's gonna be higher because you're trying to get on the stage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So, first jump, you got to jump over 3 feet, I think.
Mm-hmm.
With a strength modifier of, that's not great.
I have a -1. Yeah.
-1. So, I don't know the jumping rules off the top of my head, but I'm gonna say that you're gonna need to roll what? I think we'll just roll something like a foot for every on the D8.
Athletics.
Sure.
What?
You're gonna have a running start to. Well, you're gonna have a running start to this anyway. Yes. So, yeah. Give me. This is jumping. We're gonna call it acrobatics. And then
Awesome.
we'll add your mirthful leap to it.
Yeah, so that is a 16 for the first one and a 14 for the second one. I add a d8 feet in height. I'm sorry if I didn't explain that quite right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can I make it up onto the stage with that roll, or am I stuck underneath?
You can get to the stage. You can't get on the stage. Add your mirthful leap, and then we'll see. We'll see what you got.
I rolled a 6 on the die, so an extra 6 feet in the air.
An extra 6 feet. Yes, you are able to bounce yourself up onto the stage.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very nice. I'm not
as I
sure
run
you
up there,
realize it, but you're next to this terrifying creature. Oh
yeah.
you have your hex on.
I'm going to shout to Saren, get out of here. It's not safe. You gotta run. And then I'm going to turn to the direwolf that I just ran past and say, you can drop the fog cloud. There's nobody around. He's not going to hurt anybody. Just us. I'm going to use my bonus action to Hexblade Curse him. So now he has Hex and Hexblade Curse. And then I am going to prepare a reaction to attack him when the fog cloud drops.
All right, you ready your action to attack him.
Joan, question.
Yes?
Would the Minotaur have disadvantage on the dex save for the ball bearings if he's in the fog and can't see them?
No, he's currently suffering disadvantage for the wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, I was just wondering if because
You
couldn't
mean
see the
if
ball
he can't see
bearings.
the... That's actually a good point. Yes, he probably would.
So, do we want to drop the fog, or do we want to... That's what I want to know.
I figure we probably want to do damage to him, right? And attack him?
Mm-hmm.
The fog can't be dropped until his next turn if you look at the turn tree. So, presumably he's going to have to deal with the ball bearings before Barretell can drop the fog.
Okay.
So, I have a question. Do I hear him saying, like, drop the fog?
Yes, you can hear that. You're close enough to hear it.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just preparing for my next turn.
Yeah. You also would have known that since they are within range of you, you would have also been able to see that Tristan and Juniper are also like brimming with magic, both of them, as well as that fellow who just ran up past you onto the stage, and even that dog in the fog cloud seems to be magical. Everybody's magical. Rex is not, and Lucian has some of that godly talent in him, but is otherwise non-magical.
Yeah, I see Andy run past me because I know I'm like, oh, hey Andy, as he jumps over me as I'm like prone.
Oh, hey, aren't you late for your tournament?
No, I have time still, I think.
Right, sounds good. Well, help me kill this Minotaur real quick.
All right, let's do it.
Next up, Dr. Lavigne. You are prone with a spiritual weapon hovering over your body, standing next to Tristan.
So, can I stand up without getting hit by the spiritual weapon?
Yes. In 5th edition, you don't provoke attacks of opportunity by getting up from being prone.
Okay, so I stand up and use half my movement to stand up. Then I'm going to reach over to the skeleton in front of my dear friend and cast the wonderful cantrip Shocking Grasp. That is a melee attack. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that is how that works, isn't it? So, yeah, that's a hit. How much damage?
For 2 whole damage.
Damage is damage. Damage is damage. I will repeat that till the end of my days. Dr. Lavigne, you reach out with one hand. Your mark glows once more as electricity surges from your palm. The equations calculating the perfect angle for it to pass through this creature's body. It seems, for the most part, though, relatively unfazed by your attack.
Dr. Lavigne, you're going to want to use holy damage on these things.
Yes, you are the more holy of the two of us. And at that point, she's going to... oh god, do I want to get attack? I turn to my comrade...
you hit with shocking grasp. No. They won't hit you.
Yeah, no, I hit with shocking grasp. Yeah, no. So, yeah, I sort of turned to my comrade and sort of said, well, we can't run, so I guess we'll fight.
I would recommend getting behind me, however. I think I could take some hits a little bit better than you can at the moment.
Yes, that is very true.
Also, I wish I'm not really quite holy. It's a misunderstanding.
Shocking grasp means that he can't take reactions, so you can actually get away scot-free. He's not going to be able to hit you.
Oh, yeah. So, so I would go ahead and, at that point, move probably 1, 2, 3, right here.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go. Much safer distance. As you move that way, I believe that would give you an opportunity to notice these other skeletons moving towards your group. Erwin Truemask, you are prone on the ground. Gazu has thankfully held on to your magical sight for you.
Okay. Okay, so Aaron's first going to get up, so he's going to use half his movement.
Half your movement.
So I hear him say, drop the smoke, and I know the big guy's in there. So I think what Aaron's going to do is he's going to pull out his Girls of Golden out, which is his a magical keyboard and mouse. And he's going to prepare an attack on this, on the big guy. And so he's going to save an action, or save an action. Sorry, I guess.
Yeah, you're gonna ready an action. Okay, and those will go off when the fog cloud drops. And I'll let you hold on to those. I'm going to be a nice DM, even though that's not technically how holding an action works. I'm going to allow this.
Yeah, okay, that works.
Because y'all are in a bit of a tight spot here. Next
How does it work regularly?
Regularly, if you don't use your action by the end of the round, you just lose it. You just don't get whatever that action you were going to take was.
Oh.
Normally, but I'm going to allow it in this case, both because that rule wasn't particularly clear, and because I'm trying not to kill you all, and I might have miscalculated a little bit. Saren is in a bad spot, and he does not want to be here. So, let's see. What is the best way to handle this? He's going to... That's true. He is exhausted. He is going to leap into the cab of the truck and roll up the windows, lock the door, and you can kind of hear him whimpering inside.
He's like scrunched in a ball. He's like, all right. Just
at least he's safe.
Don't make a noise. I will be fine.
He's kind of right. They don't know he's in there.
Yeah. Next up is the crowd. Let's see. I'm gonna move. a little slow, but they're starting to get out of the way of your battlefield here. And then some secret stuff is happening behind the scenes.
Ooh, secret.
Secret.
You know, I just noticed there's two more buildings. I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Hold me, I'm
that's
scared.
kind of my thought too. It's kind of my thought too. Is like there's 2 more buildings, and there's 3 skeletons that came out of that one. What if there's like
And we barely
12
hit this
more
big guy
in
yet.
like the buildings?
We got this, guys. Don't worry.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
There's 6 of us. Come on, we got this.
Yeah, we're not all gonna die on the first combat phase or anything.
Yeah, that would be really, really bad if you all died on the first combat phase. Please don't do that.
Okay.
We're trying,
We're
but
gonna unleash a
kind
load of pain on this guy real quick.
Oh man, I'm ready for my spell. I'm ready with my spell, man.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna do 2 damage.
Okay.
Ready. So ready.
The Minotaur. Excuse me. The Minotaur is going to look for a target once more. It turns around and in doing so is slipping on the ball bearings. Actually, it would have felt the ball bearings being thrown at it from Lucian, so it would start moving in that direction. That would set it off. It gets disadvantage on this saving throw. That's a natural 1. So this big hulking figure
One positive thing at a time. One positive thing at a time.
it steps off the balcony and immediately into a pile of ball bearings where it doesn't know what these things are, where they came from. It just knows that its hooves are not designed for standing up underneath these, and it slips out from underneath it and collapses back onto its back with a loud thud that displaces a little bit of the fog as it hits the ground with force. It is now prone on the ground. And just in time for Larbb to have a turn. What are you going to do, Larbb?
Larbb is going to hear the thud, dissipating some of the fog, and he'll start growling the back of his throat, kind of getting guttural with the volume, and just barks the cloud out of existence.
The fog cloud just dissipates, leaving the area clear. You now see this prone Minotaur on the ground, kind of like trying to prop itself up, slipping around, looking a little ridiculous on these ball bearings. As you and Andromeda now stand over it with full access to it. And at this moment, the 2 held actions are going to come off. Andromeda and Erwin, you both had things you wanted to do. We're going to do Andy first because they had initiative first.
Awesome. All right. Well, I will. Boop, and I'm going to take an attack, and he's prone, right?
It's prone, so you get advantage.
I crit on a 19 or a 20. Let's see.
2 20s.
Okay, not a crit, but a 21 to hit.
Nice.
21 definitely hits.
Perfect.
Awesome.
That's what we like to hear.
Ooh, let's go. So that is going to be 19 points of damage as I slash into him.
Okay.
Is
that including all your Hexblade curse stuff?
Yep. I get an extra d6 and I get to add some damage as well. So.
Okay. Just needed to check some stuff real quick. Cool. That's fine. And next up, Erwin.
All right, Erwin has the spell ready. He's gonna use the spell that he doesn't really know how he got it, but he's gonna use Chaos Bolts at the thing, at the Minotaur. I gotta roll I get to roll 2d20s since it's a attack roll.
Mm-hmm. It is a ranged attack roll, and it's prone, which means this attack will actually have disadvantage. It's melee attacks that have advantage on a prone foe.
Yeah, sorry. There's also a little barrier in the way there.
Well, that's not great.
The barrier isn't big enough to give it cover.
Doesn't matter, I got a 15. And then I had a 5, so I have a 20. A natural 20.
Alright. I believe for the Chaos Bolt you determine its damage type first, and then...
Oh, I think I just rolled d8, right?
And then you roll the damage, right? It's a d8.
Well, I got thunder.
Thunder.
Thunder!
And then I roll 2 d8s and a d6. So that's 8 damage. 8 thunder damage to it.
8 thunder damage. Okay, so what the rest of you see is you hear this loud bark that echoes throughout the area. The fog cloud immediately dissipates at the force of this barking dog. Immediately, as soon as the fog goes down, you see the prone Minotaur trying to pull itself up on these marbles that have been littered around the ground around it. Andromeda draws their blade, Achimiros, and immediately stabs it into the skull, piercing into it, their mark glowing with light as the creature howls in pain. Across the way, this guy with what is it? He's got a keyboard and
I
mouse.
got a keyboard and a mouse. Yep.
Yeah, keyboard and mouse. Rapidly presses some buttons, moves the mouse around, and in front of him what looks like a rolling dice appears, glowing with energy, and it rockets forward, and it smashes into this Minotaur with a loud boom. The Minotaur is still standing, but that is some significant progress. How much damage was that again, by the way, on that spell?
8 thunder damage.
-8.
And
cool.
And I look at Gazu. That's how we do it, buddy. Give him a little fist.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Good combo.
Does dispelling the cloud count as a action?
No, that's a free action to just end the spell. You still have your entire turn.
I'm gonna try and bite its head.
Oh, okay.
Bite the Minotaur right in the brain.
You know what? I'm gonna use my 14 for you. So you got a 14.
Do I?
He has advantage. Are you sure you want?
Yeah, you have
dice?
Yeah. I forgot you have advantage. Never mind. Yeah,
right,
you roll first. Go ahead and roll
Yeah.
first.
Big bite. That's a 20.
That is a natural 20.
Oh wow!
Let's go!
Natural 20 and a natural 1. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
What is this world?
Chaos Bolt. We've opened up the Chaos Bolt ring. And then
All right, roll critical damage.
Crit. So is it max and then modifier?
No.
Just double your
dice.
roll.
It's double your roll.
Okay.
Just the dice.
Yeah. Oh, you need damage. Roll damage. You hit the name of the attack. The name of the attack in the chat bar.
In the chat.
We'll get there eventually.
Click on bite.
Woo!
There you go. Okay.
Oh, nice.
It's already knocked prone, so I'm not gonna have it make that strength saving throw. But
22 damage, piercing damage.
No. That's gonna be
No,
the
you can roll
dice
again.
itself
You get
is
to roll
only
again.
the dice itself 2d6. That's 5 plus 3, so that's 8. You can either roll another 2d6, or we can just double the 8 to 16.
Yeah.
So that'll be a total of 19 damage.
Hit him with the 19. Then the 19.
Hit him
bite.
with 19. Oh my
Into the
goodness.
skull.
19 and 19.
And the dog, immediately as soon as those attacks are done, just leaps on this guy. Ah! Picking up, biting into the bones, trying to tear this guy apart. You can hear the cracking of bone under the force of this mangy mutt's jaw as it latches onto this monster.
Dear Lord, you're vicious. This is amazing.
You see Larbb
You
wink
still
with
have-
Andromeda.
You still have a bonus action and some remaining movement if you want to.
I don't think there's really much that I can do with this skeleton in my mouth. So I'll just stay put, kind of clamping on it. Holding it as much as I can.
It's not a grapple, but sure.
Yeah. Flavor text.
Okay. Flavor text. Next up, Lucian, you are running off with Rex Aureum towards the south.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, okay, Rex. Rex, you with me? Did you get all the money?
Of course
You
I'm
good?
with you. I got all the
Okay.
money. I have
Now you
so
won't
much
distract-
money. Look at how much money I have. And he reaches down to his jacket and he holds open the fold and he's just got like wads of $20 bills like hanging on
Maybe
the
don't
inside of
flash
his
that.
jacket. Why would I not flash that? Why would I not want to
Because
show how
people might
incredibly
rob
wealthy
you.
I am?
If I wasn't a
Who's
good
Rob?
person, I'd rob you. Anyway, okay, can I trust you to just sprint as fast as possible that way? And I point south.
Yes, of course. I can sprint incredibly fast.
Okay, good. Great. Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna leave you, because I have to make sure that people don't follow after you, right? As your bodyguard.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
So
important.
I'll make sure that you don't get caught. So keep going. Run.
Yes, running. I can do that. Maybe I should start a line of sneakers that can make you run faster. That would be an excellent idea for situations like these.
Great. That would be a great
can call
idea.
them- We can call them Gold Step Sneakers. Run like the
That
wind.
sounds great. I think I'd probably buy a pair. I like running a lot. Running away from things, running
Yes.
towards things.
Perhaps we can
Okay.
start a business venture together.
Perhaps. Okay, well, if you're all sorted, I'm going to pull out my hand crossbow, and I'm going to look to the skeletons to the far right of me, up in northeast, and I'm going to fire at the one that's closest to me.
This one?
Yeah, and that one does that one have half cover, like from the car?
Well, let's have a quick look at the angle that you're trying to fire it at. Yeah, it's gonna have half cover from the car.
Okay, then I'll fire at the one to the top left of that.
That one's not gonna have cover. Excellent choice.
Cool. And I'm not going to use my movement this turn, so I'm going to look at that skeleton and fire with advantage because of careful aim.
All right, take advantage. Take your shot.
Nice.
That is a 13 to hit.
13
Okay.
is going to be a
All right,
hit.
now-
And because you had advantage, I believe that's with your sneak attack too.
I do
Hey.
get 3d6.
Ooh. Big damage.
6 plus 2 plus 4 is 12 damage to the skeleton.
Perfect.
Oh.
Don't forget to add your dex.
Oh, yeah, so
You have your dex modifier?
13. That's 13
13.
with that.
All right. This small child pulls a Van Helsing, pulls a
It's also
crossbow
non-lethal.
out. It's a skeleton. It's already dead. How do you do non-lethal to a skeleton?
I knock its head off so it can't see, right? It like tumbles apart and the bones all shatter.
That sounds pretty lethal to me, but yeah, that's exactly what happens. Your crossbow bolt goes flying through the air, like pops the skeleton's head up into the sky. It spins around for a while. It's like, I can see my house from up here. Falls down back on top of the body, and it's like, well, that didn't do too much. And then its whole body just kind of shatters into dust and falls to the ground.
And then for my bonus action, I want to search. That I can do as an inquisitive. I want to see, like, look at the buildings and stuff and see if there's like any other skeletons that might come out or anything that like might like be helpful or dangerous. Like, I want to like look around.
Okay. It's a little difficult to get an eye on the building from where you are, especially with that car in the way. But I will let you make an investigation check, essentially, into one of the two buildings that you can see. One is going to be obscured, so it'll be a higher DC, and then the other one is further away, but you have a more clear vantage point.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do the obscured one because it's closest to me. And I got that sweet +8, so let's see. Nat 20! Hey! Okay!
Okay.
It's a 28.
28, okay. You look inside the building, and you can see at least, I'm just going to give you the full rundown here. I might just reveal the whole area. I'm going to reveal the whole area to you. Because you can see what's going on inside here. So, you peer your way into the building. Your little investigative eyes can spot a whole bunch more skeletons and what looks like a strange device in the room. You can see also a couple of bodies wearing what look to be like black suits. Around the room. You can see the far off door up here is closed up. It looks like some kind of office building. There's a couple more skeletons who are trying to force their way out through this door and have not currently had any success. And there's a couple of skeletons that are standing right outside this machine.
That's great to know. I'm gonna shout to like the other combatants. Hey guys, there are like about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skeletons over there, and I point, and a weird device. I'll have to look at that in a second. When I can get to it, when I'm not busy. But hey, if someone could like, I don't know, send a spell that way or something, I think they might come and kill me soon. And I can't really move. That's all I got. Status report.
How many are in there?
I think I said, was it 6, 7?
6.
Oh boy.
There's 6 of them.
6. Yeah, there's 6 in a weird device.
This is gonna be a lot.
I think we take care of the big guy first, and then worry about the smaller guys first. And then we gotta take care of that device. Yeah.
All right.
My assessment.
Tristan, you are facing a skeleton.
Before I take my turn, Joan, did you have the skeletons take their move after the Minotaur? I think you might have skipped them, unless I'm mistaken.
Did I skip the skeletons?
Because I never got attacked by the one in front of me.
Yeah, this skeleton I was using for my initiative it died, so it magically disappeared from the initiative.
Yeah.
So you guys got a little spell of safety right there. Thank you for being honest.
Yeah.
I will let it stand, and I'll just create a new skeleton who will not be part of the fight. Will just be used for their initiative, and I think they were at 18. So I'll let you have Lucian's turn out of that, and here come the skeletons. First of all, the one that is face first with you is going to attack you. What's your armor class?
18.
18. It is just barely gonna hit you, I think. Yes, barely gonna hit you.
Okay.
You are gonna take 6 points of piercing damage as it jabs at you with the short sword it used to pierce Dr. Lavigne earlier.
Wish I didn't tell the DM about that. He says out loud. No.
This one is gonna.
Who's this DM you're talking about?
walk across the
Oh.
stage, attack Andromeda while they're busy beating down on this Minotaur. What's your armor class?
Ooh, 16.
That's going to be a miss. Slashes at you while you're busy, and you manage to turn around and parry the blow aside just in time.
Does this enable a reaction from Larbb?
Yes, it does. Larbb does have a reaction against it.
I will try to bite the skeleton that's trying to hurt my new friend. Ain't happening.
Do you have advantage on this?
No. I don't see why I would.
No, it should just be the 17.
Yeah, just 17 hit.
17 definitely is a hit. Roll damage.
Okay, and that's 11 piercing damage.
Wow.
Alright, so Andromeda turns around, manages to just barely parry this skeletal sword off to one side. As it gets parried, it leaves itself open for this dog to go howling through the air, crashes right through it. The bone parts fly to pieces and scatter around as the skeleton falls to bits.
I'm like chewing on the bone, just passively trying to find some meat on it.
It is.
Does Larbb go back to biting the skeleton's head then? The Minotaur's head?
No, I got
Takes
new bones
the one
to
skeleton
bite
out?
on. That's the skeleton that I just destroyed. I'm eating its femur right now.
Can't quite reach. It's going to spend its movement climbing up on the stage. Okay, can't quite reach. We've got...
So there's probably another device in the other building as well. I really hope there's not any other devices in the other two buildings. That's hopefully. Fingers crossed that that's not the case. Joan wouldn't do that to us, right?
Right? First combat.
Assumptions here.
Right?
That's a good question.
Okay.
Okay, these. This skeleton still does not break the door down, but it gets help from his friend, and that is finally going to break it down. So now the skeletons can start coming out through here.
Yay!
And that is the end of the skeleton's turn. Tristan.
All right. So may I take a moment to take stock of like how these? Were these some of the skeletons that got blasted by Shatter? Like how are they looking? And then how is the Minotaur looking? Like put together wise.
The two in front of you are definitely battered. The rest of these guys out here are pretty much untouched. The skeleton itself, if it had blood, it would be bloodied by now. Like you can see all kinds of cracks and dents in it as it's starting to fall apart.
The Minotaur?
The Minotaur, yes.
Okay. Let me take a moment here. I think I am going to move back here and use my spiritual weapon on this one, the one that swung at me earlier. So if I can move that here, I don't have the ability to draw. I mean, or do I? I don't know.
Here we go.
Awesome. And I guess I'm going to go up in chat and click that button real quick. Oh, I have to roll to hit first.
Get him, number 7.
So that's a 13. I don't know if that's going to hit.
That is just barely a hit.
Oh, nice.
Woohoo!
And I'll do damage. That's 12 force damage.
Well, very nice.
Good job.
All right. You step back and guide your spiritual scythe. Actually, you should have taken some reactions there. Yes,
Wow.
you should have taken.
Can I fight them first? And I forgot. Is that cool? Can I do that?
Yeah,
could also
sure. If
take
you
the
want to,
action
you
to
can
disengage
stay.
and then
you-
attack.
Also true.
Yeah.
So do you want to use your action here, or?
I'm going to attack the guy first, and I guess then back off. I mean, I'm assuming I'm going
Then
to
you
destroy
only take
him.
one.
Yeah,
The only-
that's the point.
Good call. Okay, yeah, you absolutely powderize this guy as the scythe swings at the guidance of your arm, cleaving through it. One more skeleton less to deal with, but the horde continues to march. And then you're going to step back, so this guy is going to take a swing at you. What's your armor class?
18.
18. Yeah, it swings at you, but the weapon swirls up and parries the blow in your defense as you step away.
All right. So now I'm going to move back here, and I'm going to point at the one that just tried to swing at me, and I'm going to cast Hold the Dead.
Whoa.
Okay.
It is a DC 14 Wisdom save, and I rolled really shittily.
You got a
Really poorly.
14 actually. There
Really
you go.
poorly, excuse me. Oh,
You
thank you.
got 14.
That's a DC 14. I have to beat that DC or I take
Yeah.
that damage. And then do I take like double damage if I fail to save or something like that?
No, so the reason there's two rolls there, the first one is if I...
Whoa.
if they're not below, if they haven't been hit, and the second one is if they've been hit. So it's a D8 if you've been not damaged, and if you've been damaged, then it's a D12.
Okay.
I didn't know how to program it into
unfortunately-
Roll20.
Unfortunately, it does pass the save, so I think that's half damage. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So it's going to take
Oh, so that's the damage. Okay.
1 point
Whoa.
of damage.
Yeah.
Damage is
total
damage.
damage. He'll take a
What was
D12
that?
next time.
Well,
all
one
right.
damage is one damage.
1 damage is 1 damage.
You know what?
Anything
It's
else
not
for your turn?
effective because it's necrotic damage. That's why. I'm going
Yeah,
to turn to Dr. Lavigne and say, "Hey, move backwards when you can." And I'm going to actually use the rest of my movement to get further away from them. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, I can move one more box. Thank you. All right. That's the end of my turn.
All right. Rex Aureum is not a fighter, and he's just been ordered to run for his life. Good luck, tiny bodyguard man. Farewell. And he
Thank
starts
you.
booking it down this direction, away from the fighting.
Oh, as he runs, I want to
As-
hold out
Yeah.
a little boy detective business card.
He grabs it.
Yes.
And he grabs it and tucks it in his pocket and runs off. You never know when these will come in
Incredible.
handy.
No, you never do.
Andy, you are standing over a very injured Minotaur.
Well, guess it's time to go to work. And I'm going to slash down again. That's a 19. That's a 19. That's a crit.
19. That's a crit.
Oh,
That's a crit!
Let's go. That's a crit.
let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Alright, so this is 2d10 plus 2d6 plus 6.
All ones. Just kidding.
All max damage.
So that's only 17 points of damage, but still good.
Only?
chunk of
What?
damage.
Only 17 points of damage.
Chunky.
Yeah, it is only 17, but so that means it is still up, but it is on the last of its last legs. This thing looks like a solid breeze could probably knock it over if it pushed the wrong way.
So
And I have a question. Does it have a weapon on it?
Yes, it has a massive great axe that it was trying to swing around, but has not had the opportunity to do so yet.
It swung once at Lucian.
You know what? I'm actually going to take an attack of opportunity from it. You know what? Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to try and make a disarm attack against it.
Okay.
Which I can do.
You already
part of
used
my
your
Hermes
action,
devotee.
didn't you?
It's a bonus action with my Hermes devotee.
Okay, that's right. So folks watching at home, all of these characters are champions representing different gods, goddesses, deities of Olympus. And Andromeda is representing Hermes.
You see Andy flicks her wrist as she tries to pull the pole arm out and whips to try and snap the great axe out of his hands. He has to beat a 14 on an athletics or acrobatics check.
14, that's his roll. What's his bonus here? He needs to beat a 14?
Correct.
All right. Andy flicks out the pole arm, jabs it underneath the axe, and hurls it, flying. This Minotaur, who's trying to keep itself stable, has no hands holding on to this thing. It goes scattering off into the distance. It's now been disarmed of its only weapon.
I look to the dog next to me and I say, Larbb, finish it.
Dr. Lavigne.
So, through her studies, she's going to know, okay, magic missile might be a good thing to use here on the big guy. Having heard someone shout out, "Here, the big guy," she's going to go ahead and cast magical missile on it. That automatically hits. Let's see here. That is 4. She's going to aim all 4 of those darts at it. 1d4.
You can wait to see if a dart finishes it off before you fire.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. I was trying to do no. Trying to see if I could hurt its head at all. So that would be a 7 to hit. 7 total damage. Probably doesn't do it, but
that's the first magic missile, right?
No. It's all 1d4. So for each missile, so that's 7 total damage.
So you want to throw one at a time. You want to throw one at a time to see how much it will do.
Yeah, I did that. I got a 1, a 2, a 2, and a 2.
No, one missile is 1d4. Only 1d4.
Plus 1.
Yes.
Plus 1.
I do know that. So. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Thanks. Sorry. I was doing that one from memory. So
let's
in that case, that would be
missile by missile, probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So if you would like me to re-roll, I can do that. Although I already rolled for it.
You got the rolls, so just tell me what the rolls were one at a time, and then we'll add the plus 1 to that.
Okay. So the first one would be 1 plus 1. That would be 2 damage.
2 damage doesn't take it out.
Yeah, the second one would be 2 plus 1, which would be 3 damage.
That's gonna take it out.
Alright!
Nice.
It's dead!
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's been vanquished.
So
Yeah.
you still have 2 other missiles, I think. 1 or 2, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see
So
here.
you've still got plenty of targets in range. Who are you gonna target?
Well, seeing the skeleton that's standing right behind the guy who just saved me, that's going to be another 2, so 3.
3. That doesn't take it out.
Yeah, it doesn't take it out. And then the next one is also going to be a 3.
Which also doesn't take it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I would shout out, "Behind you!"
So, Dr. Lavigne, she shouts a warning. These arcane glyphs spring from all over her hands, the magical calculations spreading out into like a missile ray that comes shooting out. 2 of the missiles arc into this Minotaur, finally exploding it apart. There's a scour of like bone dust all over the area that gets all over Larbb and Andy and the ground over there. 2 more of them arc into a skeleton next to Tristan. Wizards are great. Anything else with your turn, Dr. Lavigne?
She, seeing the skeleton right there, is probably just going to stay still and basically shout out a warning to Tristan and say, "Behind you, there's another skeleton!"
And I wish I could take my character model and like flip it like 180 degrees.
Actually,
Nice. I turn around, look behind me. What? Oh, thanks.
Your arms are still crossed too.
No, this is not how he's always standing. I mean, technically, he hasn't like lifted a finger. I mean, I guess. Yeah.
all right. Next up is Erwin Truemask.
Okay. Okay, Erwin is going to I have an idea. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. So Erwin's going to Misty Step. Let's see, hand 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. He's going to Misty Step over here to behind this car. And then
Right.
that's a bonus action.
That is a flower garden. That is a raised flower garden. Just so you know. So you are standing in a bed of flowers here. And that is going to give you the ability to see over this car next to you.
Okay. If I say moved to say like right here, could I possibly shoot a spell at this device? Can I see the device, I should say?
Let's see. It's gonna have cover, but I would say take a step to the left and you'd be able to take a shot at the device. Free of cover.
Left. Okay.
You'll be able to take it.
There you go.
Well,
and as long as you have a range of at least 35 feet, I think you can reach the device.
Let's see. What is this?
Almost here.
Perfect. Okay. So we are going to try to destroy it. I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast towards the device.
All right. Take your best shot.
Roll 1d3. Okay. Alright. Please, God who worships me, but I don't know who it is, please give me something good. 14 plus 5, 19.
19 is a hit.
Yes.
Roll for damage.
Yeah.
Wait,
Perfect.
What's
Let's
the
go.
class of
All
the
right.
device?
Slash roll 1d How about 4 damage? 4 whole damage.
4 whole damage. Erwin, you hold up your your magical implements. You tap some buttons onto the device. A translucent gun of magical energy fires a magical bullet through the air, an eldritch bullet that spirals past a zombie overhead and impacts into this device, which immediately shatters upon the impact, destroying the device.
Yes!
All around you, you can see the magic in these zombies start to fade out of them as the power no longer supporting them. They all just crumble to the ground as dust.
Ooh.
That's me, baby. Aaron's gonna look at his phone and just be like, "Yeah, I got plenty of time. I can make it to my tournament."
I gotta say, that was pretty lucky finding that in there.
Well, I gotta thank that kid over there. Oh, wait, that's Lucian. That's right. Yeah, that Lucian guy. I mean, he pointed it out. And then I still have 25 movement.
Okay.
So I'm gonna assume it's same thing. I'm going to move 1, 2. So I will have to make a acrobatics check. 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm just on the right side of the barrier now.
All right, that's a good place to be.
And do I have to make an acrobatics check to jump down to from the flower bed?
I'm gonna say it's not that high up, and that you can jump down fairly easily.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right, cool. And I'm just gonna yell, "Guys, I took out one of the devices. I'm assuming there's another device in the other building, so let's just go get it and take care of it."
Oh, perfect. Easy.
And then I'm gonna end my turn.
Sure. All right. Saren continues to cower within the vehicle. He does not find the keys in there. We have a crowd of people that is continuing to move to the south and away from the chaos. No longer interested in the money now that Rex has reclaimed it. And that's the end of the crowd's turn, which means one more thing is happening. That is out of your sight range currently.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
And I think that's all the time we're going to have for tonight, unfortunately. We're going to have to wrap this up in our next session. So tune in next time as we finish this little battle here in Pantheon City. We will all see you next week here at 7 p.m. You can also check out our stuff on our YouTube channel, which is Bronco Tabletop. First episode is already on there, and you will find all kinds of audio added to it by our wonderful sound artist Clayton, who is playing Andromeda in this campaign. So we hope to see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.